Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. My name is Misty, and I'll be your tarot reader for January 2020. We are going to pull some cards from a couple different decks. We have the Tried and True Tarot, the Sovereign Oracle deck, and a couple angel decks actually combined. So I'd like to start with this Shamanic Healing Oracle. It gives a nice overall energy to the entire month. I also want to talk about a little bit about where your Saturn Pluto Conjunct is taking place and some of the other astrology stuff that's going on. We'll kind of use that to navigate ourselves through the month as well as we go. So yeah, you have the 4th, 10th house cusp taking place. The 4th house is your home life. And here we have home, right when I said it. This is what came out right then. Yeah, and right at the beginning of the month, you're getting a lot of energy that comes in. So this 10th house is where this 10th house party is, and this is where the sun's at, where that Saturn-Pluto is at simultaneously. So the very first one you get is, we're going to look at right where that sun is. In that 10th house. So that's a lot of energy towards your life direction, a lot of action towards it. This could be a lot of studying, a lot of learning, a lot of communication and that sort of stuff. And then the other, the 4th house, I'm sorry, the 4th house at home is where the Saturn Pluto conjunct takes place, in your home life, at your home life spot, in that Cancer spot, at that nurturing spot of what's happening there. This is huge, huge for you. So a lot of changes coming around family, a lot of changes coming around that home life. So Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I mean, I just see a huge emotional releases taking place, huge emotional releases, and letting go, and just stripping away illusions. Stripping away what isn't true. Yeah, that green energy is very, very interesting. It's like covering everything from being able to see it clearly. So Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, Spirit, what do we have for my Libras today? Okay, yep, and the very first thing I see is this home life, and having to be gentle with the way that you approach the home life. This, again, we have the Strength card, and so this is you learning how to control your instinctual nature. And really, this is setting your life direction up for the way that you need to head, because there's been this passive-aggressive energy, this battling, this combativeness that's taking place, and maybe some areas where there hasn't been a lot of truth, or there's also been a losing of energy. It's almost like energy is being leached out of some sort, you know, and also maybe a little bit of untruth. Now, you could have one or the other going on. It doesn't have to be both. It doesn't have to be you. It can be reflected back at you as well. Yeah. And so this is really going to come in as a time to examine the family patterns. Saturn-Pluto is bringing in the spaces of those family patterns that are taking place. And really, you're going to be able to see through some really profound issues and begin to set yourself free and begin to see yourself free. There's already been a transition here of seeing the truth and speaking the truth, and it's moving from these rougher waters to smoother waters. Now, this is a long-term, this is the 6 of Swords, so it is a long-term transition from one to the other. It's not a like this sort of thing happening, but there's a lot of emotions coming in, and so sometime during this month, there could be a new romance. There could be this new openness of play, this new openness coming in, but that's not the overall energy that's really happening. I mean, yeah, that potential is there. It's not super grounded, but it's definitely there. So really follow your intuition here. So you have a little bit of a struggle to go through here, especially around this life direction and this life purpose. Here's our Libra card pulling as you, as the Justice card, as your life purpose. And some decisions might feel really big around that this year, you know, and there's even this you know, idea of getting in trouble with the law or something like that, but that's not necessarily all the way here. It's more about making some big decisions and transitions. And I mean, again, I'm getting the 2 of Wands, which is again showing a new pathway and a new decision. You looking at the world from different perspectives and trying to decide what to do and how to do it. And you know, there is some storm clouds. Again, we're going to go back to the home life. There is some storm clouds around the home life, and I'll have to tell you that this is something that you want to lean into here. This is something that you might be a little scared to lean into, but it's actually where a lot of the potential is. And just, well, we got the Devil card as your overall card, and we also got the Stripping Illusion card. So this is just areas really going to bring a light in areas where you feel stuck, where you feel codependent, where anything like that is taking place. Yeah, wow, that got like kind of heavy there for a second. So, but that's okay. We just keep going. We just keep moving with it. It's allowed to get heavy. And we're going to pull some of these to kind of get a little bit more clarity on all of this energy that you have going on, my Libra friends. Yeah, let's look at it a little bit more. I mean, you got 2 aces here, so there's some strong potential here, you know, and yeah, definitely some strong potential. And there's even some strong potential for romance. As well. Let's pull back really quick and let's pull a couple first. Yep, let's pull there. Okay. Yeah, okay, so we're still in the life direction here. Like, your work is going to change. For some of you, it's completely changing. It's almost like you're finally breaking through and maybe making some agreements. Some things are coming to fruition, but something that's been happening is going to start breaking down, especially areas where you have felt outside of the light is a big part of it. Feeling outside of the light as well. But yeah, I do see changes. I do see changes in career. I also see changes in relationships. What are the changes in relationships? What are the changes in relationships? Yep. Yeah, I mean, for sure, I see a potential, and it might come out like a surprise. Here's a surprise potential for a relationship that you could set out on. Now, with all of these things being present, and you also having the Devil as the Devil's the overall card here for you guys. So, I mean, I'm going to tell you to be really careful of the agreements you make. Be gentle of the way that you move forward with this energy that's coming in, and make sure that, you know, you're doing it from a healthy space. And you're doing it from a codependent pattern, or being stuck, or working out trauma bonding, or something like that. So, yeah, so I would be gentle with it. I'm not trying to dimmer it at all, but I want to bring that into mindfulness as you move forward, because it can come at you in several ways. So if you set your intention good, it can come at you in a really, really good way, and it can be really, really fun for you. Yeah. Definitely a lot of fun. So some of you really setting out on a new adventure, which sounds really good. Some of you are actually starting to get fruition in your career. I mean, there could be a major breakthrough. Yep, a major breakthrough in your career. That's a laptop. All right, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. These little itty bitty cards. I love them. They're so tiny. They're just so, so tiny. So it's time to let go of areas where you have felt very, very hungry. It's kind of interesting. It's like almost like, this can come in 2 ways. I see it in 2 different ways. The first one is that you've been so complacent, and you need to recommit to your passions. Recommit to the things that are important to you. Find the sustenance that you actually need. Find what you actually need. There's gifts waiting for you when you finish the challenge at hand. There's gifts that are waiting for you. They're literally just waiting. They're like, okay, yeah, when's it coming, you know? And there's what's kind of an undercurrent of energy that's healing here is ritual, is things that you do repetitively, and find the joy in the repetition of it. There's a sacredness of the task that is at hand for you, whether this is at work or in the relationship life, or even with your studying and your learning that's setting it on your life direction. There's actually being intentional with your time and finding the sacredness within your time is really the way that this is going to work for you. And the earthly realm, the world around you, is begging for your attention, really begging for your devoted attention. So what are some self-care rituals, Libras, that you can bring in, that you can take yourself to the next level? How can you unlock yourself? How can you free yourself through these self-care rituals? Be willing to really, really find enjoyable ways to do some mundane tasks. Find what feels really, really good. And there's also maybe some expert, or you're gaining some expertise. There's an expert around you that's here, and they're really, going to help you proceed further, help you go further. Acknowledge what you've already learned, and share what you know. Like, be free to share it, and you know, and really revisit, especially at the beginning of the month, around the third or fourth of the month, is when you're really going to be revisiting, what's it like the knowledge that's already in you, what you already have, and start really tending to that. Okay, and then you're getting your energy filled. You know, this is what you can pull in. That's really important. You're getting a lot of ritual, a lot of self-care to your energy field. Explore the unspoken communications that's taking place around you, and take care of and give your precious chi. Your chi is very, very precious. So use it with care. Use it with a sense of sacredness, and start stripping away the illusions. There's just a huge emotional release for you guys this month, and a huge opportunity to free yourself of past family patterns. This is especially the Saturn Pluto is really highlighting past patterns in your family and within your home life, and how they affect your life direction. There is a lot of energy around that within your astrology. Okay, Libra. We're not taking that. That's too many. It's time to be courageous, Libra. Libra. Healing message for my Libras. What do we got here? Okay, I'll take that one. Some of you are working with a counselor. We have the counselor card here. And also there's some people that can also benefit from your guidance and from your reassurance. And what stages that they are actually in. You are highly sensitive and, you know, born a leader. So it's important to know that you are actually in a leadership position, whether it's you as a counselor, even if you have a counselor, it doesn't matter. Either way, you're in a leadership position. And so the Spirit really wants to let you know that they are really helping you within your soulmate relationships, and that you are safe, and you need to call on your guides to protect you from lower energies and guide you and your loved ones and your home. So even if some things come to light here, or there's some rough things that come to light here around this lunar eclipse and around the Saturn Pluto conjunct, I mean, really, you are safe. These are good things that are happening. These are good things to come to light, and it's time to start seeing the areas where you are safe, and start recognizing and acknowledging the spaces where you are safe. Yep. I mean, and again, on the very bottom, I'm getting to shield yourself from fear-based energies, you know, and start envisioning and spending time envisioning the shield of light around you. Get grounded in your body, call in your guides, and envision this shield of light. It's in that 3-step process. Get grounded in your body, call in your guides, and envision a shield of light around you, your protection and your boundaries. Those 3 in order: grounded in the body, call in your guides, a shield of light and protection around you. So whoever that was for, that was very important. Okay, my Libras, thank you so much. You can check out my website down below, and I have cool events going on from Savannah, Jacksonville, and Orlando. And what else? I'm doing readings here at Spiral Circle. If you want to come in and see me in human. And you can also book a reading and get a reading online. This was a very general reading, so if you want to look at anything more specifically, I am doing business intuitive readings specifically on the career and on the life directions and on business and that sort of thing. So if you're interested, hit me up. You can look down there to contact me. So, all right, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. Thank you guys so much, and you guys are awesome, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.